Yes.
The defendant for this case, this next case,
Mhm.
she called, I guess she's.
Okay, I'll give her a call. This is Melanie.
Yes.
Hello, Ms. Hernandez. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. I'm calling Ms. Fulmer. She says she doesn't have internet.
Okay.
Hello.
Is this Fulmer?
Yes, hi, are you Judge Pearson?
Yes. I've got you on speakerphone and Mrs. Hernandez is here on Zoom, okay?
Okay, I don't have internet, sir.
I know you're going to participate by phone.
Okay,
Okay, if you'd each raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and to God.
yes, I affirm.
Okay, before we begin, I wanted to make sure that you're aware this is a federal eviction, that there is a federal eviction moratorium issued by the CDC currently scheduled to expire on June 30th, 2021. This moratorium creates civil and criminal liability for landlords who evict tenants who are protected by the order. The moratorium does not prevent this court from moving forward with the eviction cases if the landlord chooses to do so. And this court is not able to provide guidance as to whether or not an eviction case is covered by the moratorium. Ms. Hernandez, do you wish to proceed?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
Okay. Is this for non-payment of rent?
Yes, it is.
Excuse me?
Okay, I know I'm asking Ms. Hernandez questions first, okay?
Okay,
How much
who's
is it?
Ms. Hernandez?
She's with Warren Inn.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Did you want to say something? Ms. Hernandez, did you want to say something?
May I continue or do I wait for you to ask me questions? I'm sorry.
No, I'll ask you questions, but you look like you were going to say something. I was wondering if you wanted to say something.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, is the monthly rent is $630?
Yes, correct.
Due on the first of each month?
Yes.
And what months are your legend or past due?
March and prorated for April.
March and April, okay.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Just 1 second. Let me just finish this question, okay?
Okay, yes,
Are you contending the full amount as due for March?
The full amount for March, correct?
Okay. Okay, Mrs. Fulmer, yes, ma'am, what would you like to state?
I was in the hospital, but my son paid my rent and handed it to Andy. And I don't know why it wasn't filed with the rest of the rent receipts that I've been paying since September. My son also paid, gave me a receipt, and
Okay,
I handed it to Andy on the 6th, the day that I came out of Rio Bravo. So they gave me, they filed on the 3/30. Then why are they accepting April's rent on the 6th? That doesn't make any sense, Your Honor.
okay, Ms. Hernandez, was rent paid on the 6th?
We don't have record of no rent being paid in the month of March.
I think she's referring to April 6th.
April, there's been no payment whatsoever since March. I mean, since February.
Did you hear that, Mrs. Fulmer?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
But we have records proving my son has him at his house. He's not with me right now because he's working, sir. And I guarantee you, he paid the rent.
okay, do you have a receipt?
It's at his house. He keeps my receipts for me because I lose things.
Okay, well, you were aware that we're coming to an eviction proceeding for non-payment of rent.
It was not told to me until the 30th. But then my son gave me the rent thing. And on the 6th, then I went to Walmart and I got the receipt and I handed it to Andy.
Who's Andy?
Andy is a guy that works in the office with Miss Roberta.
Okay, you handed what to Andy? A receipt of
A
what?
receipt for 630.
Your receipt for 630. Receipt for payment?
Yes, for the rent for April. And I did that. I was late in March, only by
Okay,
4 days.
we're talking about April.
I paid it on April 6th when I came out of Rio Bravo. I went to Walmart and got a receipt for 630.
You said you got a receipt, is it money order? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, money order.
Okay, do you have a receipt for the
I
money
have to
order?
pay money orders. My son has all my receipts, sir.
A receipt, money order receipts or a receipt from Warren Inn?
Okay, with the money order, you have a little receipt attached to it,
I'm familiar with it.
like a tab. Okay, I take the tab, I take the money order off, and I keep the tab, and I handed the rent receipt, the money order to Andy.
Okay, did you get a receipt from Warren Inn?
I keep the little tabs.
Did you
I
get
never
a
get
receipt
any
from Warren
receipt.
Inn?
They never give me a receipt, sir. I always have the little tabs from the money order. They have never given me a receipt. The whole, I've been there since September.
Okay,
They've never given me a receipt because I always have the little tab receipt from the money order.
okay. Mrs. Hernandez, you give receipts?
Yes, they usually will give a receipt from the receipt book, or like they copy and then put a signature on it.
Copy what?
The money order, if they leave a money order, they'll copy it and then put a signature afterwards.
Okay, you say usually.
That-
Doesn't sound like a policy. It's just sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Well, I don't work directly at the property. I'm just their court representative today. I work for Nationwide, but that's how their corporate follows procedure like that. So
We need to get somebody from Warren Inn.
I can call them.
Okay,
I did call.
Also, Your Honor,
I'm sorry.
Your Honor.
Yes,
Also, Miss Roberta, the landlord, has threatened several of the senior citizens with evictions because of
Okay,
certain
Miss
things that
Fulmer?
are being said.
Ms. Fulmer, I'm not interested in that. We're just hearing this case today.
Okay, I just had some things I wanted to bring up.
Okay,
And without electricity,
Ms. Fulmer, I just
Yes.
stated, I'm not listening to that today. I'm listening to this case we have before us.
okay,
Okay,
If I may, can I go ahead and call the property, or
sure.
would you like me to do online, or would you like me to mute it, or that's what I'm asking.
You can do it any way you want. I just want to get somebody.
I didn't know if it would echo, that's why. Okay.
Thanks for calling True Apartments. This is Eva. How may I help you?
Hi, this is Yvonne with Nationwide. We're
she deleted it. Oh, I'm still in court though. Yeah. Hey, Your Honor,
Yes,
why are we not hearing what they're saying?
you can hear me right now.
you haven't come before us yet.
I can't hear. What is that lady saying?
Nobody's saying anything right now other than you and I.
Because I heard when they said Warren Property.
I'm waiting for them to get on the phone.
Okay.
Hey, Your Honor, I think they're out to lunch right now. Your Honor,
Yes,
I think they're out to lunch because when I left the property to come to court, all the lights were off in the office.
okay.
So they might be out to lunch. That's probably why they're not answering.
I apologize for that hold. Right now, she's on a phone call with our main company in California. Is there anything I could assist you with?
We're in court right now for y'all's eviction case, so it's very important that she either gets on the phone or logs on.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Yes.
I mean, we can start going to the house. 'Cause-
Hi, Roberta. Roberta, this is Yvonne with Nationwide.
Yes, ma'am.
We're in court right now, and the tenant is saying that y'all received a payment April 6th, a money order to a Andy. Can you confirm or deny that?
Yes, I can confirm that that did not happen. I can, let me see. Do you want me to get Andy?
Yes, if you could.
Okay, 1 moment.
Can you hear, Your Honor?
I don't, she sounded like she did confirm it or,
No, she did not. She's like, she can
Oh.
confirm that he did not receive it.
oh,
And she's grabbing Andy right now.
Your Honor, he put it in his pocket.
money order?
The officer fixed it, and he put it in his pocket and walked away.
The money order?
Yes,
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, is this Andy?
Correct, this is Andy.
Hi, this is Yvonne with Nationwide. We're actually in court right now, and we're getting testimony from the tenant that you received a money order on April 6th for the rent. Is that correct or not correct?
No, I really don't remember. We have so many tenants, but she hasn't. I'm not one to deny a payment unless either they owe money or they owe like more than 100. But I would never deny a payment.
Okay, and what is your procedure of when they pay their payments with a money order? How do y'all give them proof of payment?
Well, we have receipts. We put another receipt in 2 minutes.
Okay, so is that what y'all would have done in that case?
Correct.
Okay, so as of today, the ledger shows that there's no payment since February. Is that still correct?
I object, Your Honor.
Just a minute, let
I
Ms.
just
Fulmer,
wanted to put
let
in his
Ms.
pocket,
Fulmer,
sir.
stop. Let them finish and then you can speak, okay? Go ahead.
Sir.
Okay, I'm sorry. So as of today, the last payment was in February. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Do you need any other testimony from
Yeah,
either one?
Ms. What is your name?
Andy, can you state your full name?
It's Andres Jesus Armendariz.
Andres.
Andres? Okay,
Can you spell your last name?
are you familiar? Here, can he get online? I'm having difficulty understanding him and following him.
Okay. Is it Armandez?
Okay, did you have access to a computer?
Can y'all log online by any chance?
I'm getting on. Okay, give me 1 moment.
Okay.
Okay, Mrs. Fulmer?
Yes,
Okay, just listen to my questions and answer my questions, okay? So
okay,
your testimony is you took in a money order on April 6th. Is that correct?
yes,
Okay, and the money order was in the amount of what?
$630.
Okay, and you took it in personally?
I gave it to Andy. and
Did
he
you
put
hear
it in
me?
his
Did you hear
pocket.
my question? Did you give it to him personally?
I gave it to Andy personally.
Okay, was anybody with you?
Yes,
Who?
Maria in 113.
Another tenant?
Yes,
Okay. And who else? Was just Andres, was he the only one in the office?
He was passing by. Taking care of some things. And I said, Andy, here's my rent receipt.
Okay, rent receipt or rent?
My rent, my money order.
Okay, you just said receipt.
Well, I'm sorry, I meant my money order, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay,
And he says, okay, I'll bring it to the office and I'll give it to Roberta.
bring it to the office. I thought you were in the office.
No, he was passing by.
Passing by your apartment
Yeah.
and you just happened to see him and happened to have a rent with you?
I keep it right there by my door in case I see one of them passing,
Why not just take it to the office?
because I have trouble walking and I get out of breath. I'm on a CPAP and I'm on a asthma machine.
Okay,
And so if I walk even to the mailbox, it's hard on my lungs.
okay, here's somebody.
Okay, it's trying to log
You're
to
trying.
join.
Okay, as soon as I see you, I'll hang up the phone. I guess I have to let you into the room though. Okay, now I see you. Wait, is that you? Connecting. Let's see.
Okay, who do we have on the screen?
I can't hear.
You can't hear me?
1 second, I think I can now.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Who do we have?
My name is Roberta Salazar.
Okay, and who is that behind you? Who's behind you?
And my name is Andres Arbendaris, the leasing agent.
Okay. Okay, if you'd each raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes. Your Honor.
Yes,
Okay, Mr. Armendariz, are you familiar with Melanie Fulmer?
correct, I am.
Okay. She's testified that on April 6th that you were passing by her apartment and she handed you, or she came outside and handed you a money order?
I do not recall.
Okay, you don't recall?
No,
You don't know if it happened or not?
no, it didn't happen. No, nobody just hands money orders like that. It's their rent. People usually tend to come to the office.
Okay, well, that's different than I don't recall. Don't recall, it means it's a possibility.
Okay, so in that case, no, she did not give it to me.
Well, it's either that didn't happen or it did happen.
It did not happen.
Okay, you weren't passing in front of her apartment and she
I
didn't.
pass by her apartment all the time, but she never gave me a money order.
Okay, Mrs. Fulmer, do you hear this?
Yes, and I'm telling you, he put it in his pocket, Your Honor,
He put it in his pocket,
and I
okay?
have a witness.
Okay, are you familiar with a Maria? Where does Maria live, Ms. Fulmer?
He lives in 113.
Are you familiar with Maria in 113?
Correct, yes.
Okay, and there wasn't an occasion where they were both present outside Ms. Fulmer's
Miss
apartment.
Maria's always at my house, Your Honor.
Okay, please don't interrupt, okay, Ms. Fulmer?
Okay, yes, sir.
There was not an occasion where Miss Maria and Ms. Fulmer were outside the apartment, you passed by and Ms. Fulmer handed you a money order.
No,
Okay. Okay, Ms. Fulmer, where is the receipt for this money order?
I handed it to Andy and he put it in his pocket, sir. I don't know what Andy did with it after he left, sir.
Okay, again, you stated that earlier, and I
In March and April, yes, sir, both.
Oh.
okay. Your testimony is not consistent. You stated you handed him a money order, not a receipt, a money order.
Money order.
Okay, now you just a few
It's-
seconds
I
before,
call money orders receipts because they come together.
okay,
I'm new at this, Your Honor. I've never had to hand a money order to a landlord. I always pay cash. Every other apartment that I lived in besides this one, I've always paid cash.
okay. So your testimony is that you handed Mr. Armandaris a money order on April 6th.
30th.
Ms. Fulmer, Ms. Fulmer, if you interrupt me again, I'm going to stop this hearing, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you testified that you were outside, you handed a money order, not a receipt, a money order in the amount of $630 to Mr. Armandaris.
To Andy, correct.
And this was in the presence of Maria.
Yes, sir.
Where is the receipt to that money order?
I have no idea. Oh, it's at my son's house.
Okay, now, see, now we're changing the testimony. Okay, so it's at your son's house.
Yeah, and I sent you all my receipts because they lose things, Your Honor.
Okay, so you got served with an eviction suit for non-payment of rent. Correct?
A constable did not give it to me, Your Honor, so it's therefore illegal.
Okay, well, we're here in an eviction hearing and you're participating and it's for non-payment of rent. And you were aware that there was a hearing scheduled today, but you did not think to go get the receipts for the payments you've made?
I've called my son and he's not answered his phone.
Okay, and you were served with this on April 7th. You were served with this eight days ago.
There was no constable that brought the eviction notice.
I know, it was left on your door.
But a constable's supposed to bring it or between 8 and 5, Monday through Friday.
Okay,
I've been to tenant landlord courts before, and the law states that it should be between 8 and 5 or by a constable, and it was neither. It was 10 o'clock at night. I was in bed. I looked out the window and it was one of the staff members from the Warren Inn.
okay. The constable has filed a return saying that he posted it on the door on,
And no, it was not a constable unless Michelle is a constable that works in the office.
okay, Mrs. Homer, I've warned you several times not to interrupt me when I'm speaking, but it's a consistent thing
Well,
that's
I'm
happened.
sorry.
The constable posted this on April 7th. So you've had at least 8 days to obtain this receipt. It shows your payment. And you're saying that you just called your son this morning?
No, I've been calling him day and night and he has not answered his phone.
Okay.
I've
Okay,
been trying my best to get a hold of him because he was going to show up in court because we were under the impression that I was going in person. But then when I get here to 424 executive, all the doors are locked and I'm told it's a Zoom trial or whatever. I've never did this before either. I've always showed up in court.
okay. Okay. And so the testimony is that the rent, so that what about your March payment?
The receipts at his house,
When did you pay March?
I paid on the 8th of March, the day before I had my second stroke.
Okay, either Andres or Ms. Salazar, did you all show payment for March or a payment around March 8th, I believe she said?
No, Your Honor.
No.
When was the last payment you showed?
Let me get on her ledger real quick. I show February 8th.
Okay, they have the last payment on February 8th.
No, somebody's misspelling it somewhere.
Okay, and so you don't have any proof of any payment with you today?
No. Unfortunately not, Your Honor. I have to get a hold of keep trying to get a hold of my son.
Why would he not cooperate with you? if he knows there's an eviction case coming up.
Well, I've been calling and calling. He doesn't know about the eviction, Your Honor. I've been calling and calling.
You just
He's
test,
got
wait,
two
wait, wait,
jobs
wait, wait. You just
and
testified a few minutes ago that
my 3-year-old and 4-year-old.
you testified a few minutes ago that he was going to come with you to court.
Yes, he was going to.
How can he go to something he doesn't know about?
I was some other court I was supposed to go to, and I forgot about it because this one is the eviction notice, and the other one was postponed. I was in a car accident. It was a different court.
So you're testifying that he was going to go to another court with you, not this one.
Yes,
Okay, okay.
because I was in a car accident.
Okay, I'm going to grant the eviction. I'm going to calculate the rent through April 21st. 630 is the monthly rent. Okay, the amount for April is $434.95. Plus 630 for March. I get the amount of $1,064.95 or 96 is outstanding rent. The monthly rent is 630. The writ of possession date is April 22nd. Mrs. Fulmer, you have to vacate on or before April 21st. If you should not do so, they could come get a writ of possession on April 22nd, which will, the constable post on your door to voluntarily vacate. If you should not do so, they could physically remove you from the premises. You understand?
Yes, I do. And right now we're fighting SSI and we're fighting, we get a red relief. So we're waiting for that to come in as well. I'm expecting a back pay of $2,000 any day now. And I've been trying to explain that to the landlord, but she wants the money when she wants the money, and and then she's gonna tell me that it ain't her fault that I didn't file the paperwork. Well, I did file the paperwork, Your Honor, and we're waiting for them.
Okay, Mrs. Fulmer, do you have an email?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Does your son have an email?
No, he lives in Mexico, sir.
Your son that was coming to the court lives in Mexico?
Yes, he lives in Mexico. He works here and lives in Mexico.
Okay, okay. We will mail you a copy of the order.
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.